Okay. Yeah, that phone call I had to drop off for was not what I thought it was. Thought I recognized the phone number, and I got stupid car insurance. I'm gonna wait for at least one person to be in here. If you're in here, hit me with a thumbs up, guys, or say something. This is this is just crazy. There's Rose. Every time I answer the phone and it's like some like auto insurance company or somebody trying to sell me something, I automatically think about, hey, is your refrigerator running? I automatically think that. That is absolutely crazy. Do me a favor, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and check in. It'll help get the word back out. Hopefully, Bradley will get a notification in less than 20 minutes. We got Rose first, Preston number 2, Catitude, you are deterred. That's right, we started all over again. We got Deanna, we got Debbie Chandler, we got Alrighty Then Canada. Who's in here? West Virginia Pappy. Ian has showed up. Yeah, I got tricked. I got tricked by somebody with the correct area code and looking familiar enough. Alrighty then, I got a notification. But yeah, getting back on point, this whole thing that is happening with the government shutdown, I'm really like starting to wonder how serious it is. You know what? Do me a favor. If you this is going to require a little bit of legwork on you. You're going to have to choose between a 1 and a 2. If you think that the government shutdown is actually going to affect the average American citizen, put a 1 in the chat. If you think it is not going to, put a number 2 in the chat. I'm very curious to think what you guys think. I don't want to be this person who's seen as like I don't care, like I have no empathy, like I'm apathetic to the plight. You know what I'm saying? But the truth is, it's October 2nd, and the sky hasn't fallen, and maybe it's because I don't have a government job and I'm not dependent on the government, But looking at this realistically, this is all, I'm really surprised that the nutbags that are on the left up there in the Senate didn't like try to tell us that grandma's gonna die. They do this every time, you know what I'm saying? I did some research to try and see if like the president can do anything. And unless he declares a national emergency, his power to resolve this situation is pretty limited. I don't know what the solution is because these people just aren't listening. They're not listening to anything anybody says. They're trying to pretend it's my way or the highway when they have no true leverage over the situation whatsoever other than to shut down the government and then try and make it look like it's the Republicans' fault. Now, I will also remind you, and here's the irony to this. Are there any elections going on in your state right now? If there's an election going on in your state right now, put a Y in the chat for me, okay? Because I'm kind of curious. Because I just realized that, oh, by the way, I think early voting has started here in Virginia and North Carolina. It will start probably soon for the governor races, for the attorney general races, for the all these secretary positions. You know what I'm saying? So isn't that ironic that we should try to make the Republicans look bad any way we can, and if it's necessary, even shut down the federal government in an effort to do that? So, the other thing is, and it was just a fleeting thought. Hopefully I can like reel that sucker back in. It's pretty obvious that it's a gubernatorial issue. Oh, that's right. Have you noticed the commercials that these dipsticks are using on the local level? Here in Virginia, they're trying to like make the attorney general look like a weak sycophant because he won't go after Donald Trump. And the current guy who wants to do it, yeah, because I'll stop Donald Trump. Not like I'll help out Virginians. You know what I'm saying? They're doing the same thing in the gubernatorial race as well, where they're trying to make like the current. So the current in Virginia, you can only be the governor one time. I think it's one time in a row. I can't remember if you can come back or not, but I know you can at least only do it one time. And so the current Governor Glenn Youngkin, you may have heard of him, he's got to step down. So they've got his the deputy governor, former Marine. Basically, they can't find any dirt on her because there is none. She's running to be the new governor. Hey, she's running to be the new governor, and and so the smear tactic on her is that she's too far right and she's a MAGA extremist, and she's not going to do anything good for Virginia because she can't stand up to Donald Trump. That's the position. That's the position. Yeah. And then we're starting to find out. You got this. I think her name is Spanberger or something. She's running to be the Democrat for governor, and she's like, I'm FBI, or I was the police department. I was CIA case officer. She was actually an operations officer, and she was actually a U.S. representative as well. And so, when you start looking at her record, she actually like wrote the bill in North Carolina or in Virginia. No, she wrote the bill. She was a co-sponsor on the bill in the House to to say it's okay for boys can go into girls' bathrooms. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to talk bad about her because her record speaks for itself. It's that bad. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Grumpy Acres? Hola. Man, I might have to roll my window up. This can you guys hear him? This peepaw over here, man. He's talking. He didn't put his teeth in today. He's in like 2 cars over. But it's just ridiculous because what they're doing is they're using national politics in a local, in a local race. So it's crazy. Because they just don't have anything to stand on the local level. They just don't have anything to attack. It smells way over there, so let's drive over there and take a smell and then say that it's someone else's fault. It's kind of foolish. All right, so I'm going to try and look at some of these posts that were in the caps here. I thought I saw at least one. Rose says, have empathy for them, but they were forewarned and always have been. Should be prepared and have necessary supplies stocked, and only maybe need milk weekly. Yeah, I mean, Rose, you're absolutely right. That's one of the reasons I've told the story before. I got into preparedness when in 2008 when Obama started messing with everything. Yeah. As a government contractor, I didn't know month to month if I was going to have a job. I did my job. They gave me money. Things worked out. Sometimes they didn't. Sometimes they didn't. But I always had food to fall back on, and I always had a nest egg to pay my bills with. I had a plan. And if any of these people don't have plans, they've literally been living the Ally McBeal experience way too long. If you know who Ally McBeal is, put a 1 in the chat. So I've seen Tim Kaine going on about tweets from Belgium during shutdown talks. Let me tell you something, West Virginia Pappy. Tim Kaine used to be one of the worst governors in Virginia. One of the worst. Like super liberal. Worst governor, like destroyed. They were like coming after gun laws like it was cool here in Virginia because when Tim Kaine was the governor. It was absolutely super duper liberal awesome. It's crazy. Allie McBeal, man, you are old. No older than you, young man. At least she made lawyer money. I know, right, Ian? Yeah, I don't know. I'm running out of things to say about this whole situation because it's just like it's turning into a big nothing burger. I mean, even so, here's to the point. Here's to the point. If you're a proud Democrat, do me a favor, put a 1 in the chat because I'm curious. Because I think that if any of you are listening in here, then you don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to say you don't have the sack to respond. I don't want to say that you're nutless. I don't want to say that you're spineless fools or that you know that you're wrong and you just want to sit in the corner. I don't know. Okay. But here's the thing. If you're on the left, you are being drugged down by these people. You are being drugged down by these people. The Democrats said they wanted to negotiate. The president invited them to negotiate. They sent over their papers and said, this is what we want. It's kind of like the prequel. Let's the administration know what they want to talk about. They sent them over. The president said, this is ridiculous. No, we're not going to negotiate any of this crap. This happened like 2 weeks ago. Last Monday, the Democrats said, listen, we really need to negotiate. We really need to talk, find a way through this. Otherwise, there's going to be a government shutdown. They don't send their pre-paperwork in. They show up with their list of demands, okay, like a hostage taker. And the president says, this is the same crap you guys brought before. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Actually, Rose, the worst shutdown was, there we go. Yeah, no, you got it right. 2018, 35 days. That's right. You did your research too. Even if it was just now. That's okay too. But it's just like they just keep playing the same reindeer games. It's not good for the country. We're not going to, I fully expect. So when the shutdowns happened in the past, there was some kind of like standing. There was some kind of factoid, some purpose, something to stand on. You know what I'm saying? To give like, hey, this is why we're doing this, and we have to stick to it. No, I've been reading up trying to figure it out. Okay. And this doesn't exist now. And the things that they're asking for, it's so stupid. These things that they're asking for, these things that they're demanding, their list of demands, they're things that are never going to happen. These aren't like, okay, listen, we'll give you our vote if like you raise the drinking age to 25, or or if you we'll give you our vote if you would consider thinking about a different style of background check for handguns. I mean, that's how negotiation works. There's got to be an equal play. But when you walk into a negotiation and say, I want all this shit, and that's the way it's going to be, that's not a negotiation. They really screwed this up, and they're dragging so many people down with them. We're going to start seeing numbers probably towards, probably. Well, if you guys haven't noticed this, Captain Red Tie has been, you remember how I used to call it Bad News Friday? And then it turned into Good News Friday? I think El Presidente may have been listening to this idea, because every Friday he's kicking out some kind of new winning. And it's working. It works all weekend long. It's the only thing that the news cycle talks about. And so we can expect some kind of good news on Friday. Now, my bet is dead to stay on Medicaid. Laugh my ass off. Oops, good to see you too. One to see you, bro. I haven't seen you in quite a while. I do see you on other people's channels though, so be aware. Let's see. And you know what? See there? I'm not even in. What's this button do? Chat filter. I'm in top chat. I want all messages. There we go. The hell was I talking about? You distracted me. Oops. You distracted me. Oh, I would expect that this goes into, I don't know, Sunday night, something like that. I would expect there's going to be some kind of butt pain. I would like to see the Senate, because we control the Senate. Daily votes until this is fixed. Daily votes until this is fixed. Twice daily votes until this is fixed. So that there's no break, so that the pressure stays on, so that the Democrats understand this is not going to stop. And here's the thing. It's the one thing, and hopefully we're learning this, okay? Raid vacation, every Fed shut down always. Oh, paid vacation. Gotcha. What's up, Ash? You crazy? The Dems are notorious for sticking together. They are not notorious for sticking to their guns. When they vote as a group because they are a mob, okay? And that's how mobs work. But I guess 3 came over. And at some point, all these blue states that are full of government employees are going to start making phone calls. And that's the thing about the mob, to my Democrat friends. The mob is fickle. And unfortunately, your party, the strong, your party's got a bunch of blue-haired freaky people who are very emotional. And they're gonna start making phone calls. Yeah. How many protests? How many million Democrat? How many all-women protests, marches are lined up for this weekend down in Washington, D.C.? That's something to think about. I don't know. I'm not literally asking the question because I don't think there is. I think protesting the government shutdown and all the lefties showing up for like a mass protest would only be like, really? It's like it's that's the kind of logic that tells me that people that open a can of tomato soup complain because it smells and tastes like tomatoes. Yeah, it's crazy. Congress gas to be paid, but can't we pay them for bills passed instead of salary? Well, I mean, I know that the Senate is still working. I think the House is on a break. That's the last thing. I've only got about 30 seconds left on this, guys, but last thing. So, day before yesterday, maybe, the House opened for I think it's called pro forma or pre-tempora. Basically, the House, the floor opens, and then they read a message. They do the prayer, they read a message, and then it's closed until whenever, right? Basically, so they can say that they were in session, following the rules they have to, but there's no business of the day. There's no scheduled business. Anyway, so they did that. Hold on, I gotta turn this off. So they did that in the House, okay? Everything in the House is scheduled. They did that in the House, knowing that There's no business on the floor. All of the Democrats in the House showed up and to make this show of force and say that the Republicans weren't there to negotiate. They didn't come to work. They're not here today. And all they did is rah, 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 rah. It's like that South Park, robber, 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 robber. That's literally all it was. It gained no traction whatsoever. So, all right. Can Trump still send the National Guard to different states, even if they don't want them? Yes, Deanna, he can. He can. Let's see here. And I'm going to go and check this right here. Meant they always get back pay, so vacation. I got you. Yeah, I mean, they're going to get their back pay. Anybody who's furloughed will get their back pay. Nixon did a wage and price freeze in 71 that was for 90 days, but had lasting results. Many employers did not allow salary increase for about 2 years. Oh, that's interesting. Grumpy says, are we surprised the liberals overplayed their hand? They're still playing on their 2018 playbook. The rest of us have moved on and are playing a different game. Well, I think what this is it's just, we're just not tolerating the BS anymore. If you want to negotiate, come to the table prepared to negotiate or walk away. The first rule of negotiation is be prepared to walk away. That's the first rule. Okay. You don't come to the table going, oh, we just want to appease you. It doesn't benefit us to appease you. It doesn't benefit to the Republicans to appease the Democrats. It just doesn't work. Okay. Unfortunately, they're like freaking hyenas. They sense the weakness. They surround, and they get one to chew on you a little bit. There's no real attack. And next thing you know, as soon as you can't defend yourself anymore, another one. And that's how they work. That's how they work. So, I hate to say it, but they're dirty creatures. I have nothing positive to say about the Democrats that are at the highest level of our government. Everybody else, they still got to pass. They're like the FBI. Scumbags running the show until we just took over. But yeah, the rest of them are halfway decent, obviously. Okay, guys, that's going to be about it. Lots of laid off or a friend. A lot of them laid off. Well, we're going to see the layoffs. All right. So, quick admin message to the members. We'll be doing the members only live Discord at 7 p.m. tonight. I'll put a blurb out on the YouTube side as well as the Discord side. If you're not a member, I recommend that you do it. These things that we do together are well worth your time. And don't be a cheapo. Don't pay for emojis. Get the one in the middle. Get the doomsday level. Otherwise, you don't get nothing. Get the doomsday level, and you get everything. That's just the way the whole thing's set up. All right, guys, that's going to be about it. Stay safe. Have a great day, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye.